Good afternoon, folks. My name is Vector Selvan, and I've been waiting a long time to do this. Basically heading out to the Triumph showroom to pick up my RC card. It's a humid Saturday afternoon in Bangalore. And so I thought I'm gonna start talking about the things I think about, the things I talk about, and that's my sister. Say hello. Say hello. All right. So this channel or these videos are not necessarily about motorcycles, though I love motorcycles. I got this baby last June in 2019. Always loved motorcycles since I was a little kid. In fact, I'm going to talk a lot more about things that I love besides motorcycles, like music. Alright, let's get onto the bike. Okay, everything all looks alright. There's my Thunderbird over there, the Royal Enfield. Just gonna take a ride now. Want to see how the angle looks. Is it alright? Yeah, I think it's alright. Okay, so let's get it started. Okay, looks like we need to fill fuel. Alright, off we go. So I live in Bangalore. I work as a drug safety specialist for US-based pharmaceutical company called Mylan Laboratories. Basically, it's about reporting side effects associated with, modern medicines. That's something that keeps me the ability to do the things that I love, like riding motorcycles and getting all the studio stuff and the gear that I love doing about making music. So my journey really began, as far as I can remember, with music. It really got my attention right from when I was a little kid, as early as my memory goes. I was born in Secunderabad, 6th February 76. And moved to Bangalore in 11 days, so basically a Bangalorean. And here's the thing about music. You need to be surrounded by good music right from an early age. In fact, I would say it's even before you're born, because those vibrations, they really travel. And so I was lucky enough to have a dad who appreciated good music of the 70s and 80s. So that was really the beginning, I mean, imagine you're a young kid and your nervous system is like a dry sponge, and you're just absorbing everything the universe is throwing at you, You don't have much memory at that age. You have incredible sense of sensitivity. All the sounds, the way they make you feel your emotions and move your spirit. So I was lucky to have a dad and mom who liked music, stuff like, Bee Gees, ABBA, country music like Kenny Rogers, Glenn Campbell. So that's how it all really began, So I'm talking about like late 70s. It was a different era altogether. No cell phones, man. Hell, there was not even televisions. We only had radios. And I think at that point is when the cassette player was a big thing, because the gramophone records were around for a while. So we would mostly listen to music on the radio. It was a ritual. So it was there was a specific time for specific stations to play particular shows at that. So it used to be like a timetable for me, especially on Sunday mornings and Saturday evenings, listening to the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, Voice of America, Selvan radio. It was magical. I'm sure those of you who belong to that generation who were born in the 70s and 80s still remember the cassette tape. It wasn't long until the mid and late 90s when the compact disc came out. So that's how it began back there, being exposed to good music, which I feel is the most important thing. Because unfortunately, even if you are somebody who likes music, and if you're not exposed to stimulating music at an early age, I'm sorry to say, but these days a lot of substandard stuff is coming out. It's being mass produced. It's not like a factory or some kind of a competition to produce, churn out numbers. And here's another thing, folks. I'm into music purely for the love of music. It's not to be popular or famous. I don't even make money out of it. So this isn't about how to make money out of it or how to become famous, because all those things, I can understand that if you want to make money, then you need to promote yourself. But what I'm going to be talking about is more of a personal relationship that you have with the sound of music, is how particularly a song or an artist makes you feel, and it's something that's only unique to you. You can relate to others who also like the music you like, but it's a very personal thing, and that's the thing I'm gonna talk about, because I've been really thinking and pondering about all this over the years, and I've been waiting a long time to combine motor vlogging and talking about music. I'm going to be recording stuff in the studio as well, probably doing kind of, well, not really lessons or classes, just sharing the things that I've been fortunate enough to learn. So so that goes back to saying that it's very important to be exposed to the good quality music. What are the qualities of music? What do you think? Why do you think some songs are timeless, some compositions are eternal, and there's so many songs that come out these days like a haystack? What are the qualities that make a good quality sound? Basically, I'm talking about quality as a subject. Alright, things are looking normal back in the city after 3 or 4 months of lockdown. Alright, so if you get into analyzing and thinking about what is quality, what is the quality of quality. You know, it gets very fine, and it really sucks you into a kind of a microscopic vision about the various elements of not just music but anything in fine art, or you know, it could be photography, or it could be painting, or it could be sketching, anything. You know, quality applies to everything. For example, the quality of the bike that I'm riding, you know, something, I mean, look at that. It's just mind-blowing. Okay, so we human beings like that, we seek that. The reason that particular car going in front of me is popular, or the Dio right there, is because it's got a quality to it, you know. So I'm 43 years old now, and I've been really listening to a lot of good music over the years, and I like to, you know, think about or question or investigate into why does it sound so good, what is it, you know. So some of the properties, you start by, you know, I'll tell you the journey with music for me. One day I was with a friend who lives close by here. Unfortunately, we don't see each other anymore. We were friends for 24 years, and we used to talk a lot about, you know, the things I'm talking about right now, quality of music and art and all those things. The first thing that got me attention, all right, is something that's very fundamental to music. It's rhythm. Okay, rhythm is in every fine detail you can look into the universe, within you, without you, anywhere you look at it. It's in every atom of hydrogen atom, every cloud of electron, how they jump orbits, shooting out photons, absorbing photons, going near the nucleus. Rhythm is in your heart, in your breath, in your hormone cycle. Hell, everything in the universe is rhythm. Day, night, seasons, you know. So it's a very fundamental property of music. And you know, to be looking back, the song that really got my attention, something I would listen to over and over and over again, was a song called Night Flight to Venus. I don't know, those of you who remember that song from that era, the opening drum sequence, so damn compelling, man. Just grabs your attention, it just pulls you, sucks you in like gravity. And that bass line, not flight to Venus, darling to say, not flight to Venus, na 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 na, not flight to Venus. It's making my hair stand up on its end. So it was rhythm, man. The pulse of the drum beat and the bass. At that point I wouldn't know anything about bass guitar. You know, you barely even notice it at the beginning. It was just the drums, yeah, and the guitars. Yeah, the guitars are prominent, and the voice, of course. Right. So the next thing that I started paying attention to, I'm talking about, this is a point when I'm like probably a year and a half old, a couple of years old, or a little more, as long as my memory goes, right? And the next thing I started liking, the next layer, was melody. Now melody is something that is very fine, very intricate, as currently as I'm trying to understand it. It's something unique about the way you feel, how you can bring out a particular melody. But there is an underlying rhythm to it too. You know, there aren't too many melodies that are amazing without a clear rhythmic structure. Yeah, there is a way you can abstract things and, you know, make it more intricate, but there is a rhythm to it. Alright, so melody. So the songs that I used to really like, stuff like, you know, Bee Gees and ABBA. Mamma mia, here we go again. How can I resist you, dancing queen? Only 17. Whether you're a mother or a brother, you're a brother, you're staying alive, staying alive. Sitting and everybody shaking and staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Oh, I can't do that, man. That's insane, you know. It's just amazing the way, you know, the guy used to sing, you know. So it's a clear melody out there. So look at the underlying structure now. If you take this example, the song Staying Alive, alright? So eventually what I'm trying to do here is I'm basically talking to music lovers, people who are in the music business. You might be professionals making your own music, you might be doing big gigs, or you might just be, you know, a bedroom composer like me. I'm trying to get to the point of understanding how you get to the point to become a creator. Now, you can't start creating good music unless you listen to good music. It's simple as a computer system. Garbage in, garbage out. Good stuff in, good stuff out. But it's a time-taking process. It doesn't happen overnight, you know. I'm telling you, there's so many layers you gotta understand. And also, given the fact that I play an instrument, I primarily play the guitar. So it takes years of hours and hours and hours of relentless practice. There's no petrol station anywhere. Okay, we'll find one further up. You know, so that's whom I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the general entire public. But if you're interested in listening, you're most welcome. I'm interested in understanding what does it take to be, you know, a good composer, a good improviser. You know, you gotta become the music. You literally gotta have a relationship with it any given point of time. You know, it's like I'm really, it's gotten to the point of obsession. You know, yeah, there are times when I'm not so obsessed, but currently I'm going through a phase where I'm going through severe changes internally about the way I understand sound and the way I feel about music. So it's melody. I was talking about melody, right? So if you look at the song Staying Alive, na 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 na, feel the shit is shaking and everybody shaking and it's staying alive. Da na na da 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 da. Clear rhythmic structure, just concrete. It's like a signature in time and space. No doubt about it, you know. So as you keep listening to stuff, you basically gotta start developing an observer within that observes you observing what is being observed. I know that kind of sounds psyched. Psychotic, huh? So that observer is observing you, observing itself of what you're observing. It's like an online system, man. I'm telling you, the human consciousness is by far the most beautiful tool we have, but we're barely tapping into its beautiful potential. Anyway, let me not get into all the crap that's going around in the world. You know, idiots are still fighting over black and white and all the racism and all that bullshit. So yeah, I was talking about this observer that you need to develop. It takes a while for your mind to kick in that observer. You know, everybody's got it. I'm not like some super, Buddha dude or something. I'm just aware of it, just aware, and I acknowledge its presence, and I like the things that it makes me observe about myself. Being self-observant, So, what is that language of that rhythm that I just sang, staying alive? Think of it as a percussive line, like a drum beat. Tarakita, 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 tarakita. Yeah, it's more easier to say, the Carnatic system, Kanakol. Not an expert, but it's easier on the tongue. So, oh yeah, that sounds very clearly, distinctively like a design, right? I mean, if you look around you or within you, there's a rhythm to every pattern that you can see. There's a rhythm to the grains of these, on the road, or the grill of the building, and the leaves, the design of every tree. That's the way I relate to music. It runs so fine and deep. You cannot grasp it with your hands. You cannot buy it with money. You can't go to a shop and say, I'd like to be a musician. I'm willing to pay you $2 billion. Make me a musician. Balls. It's not something that you can buy, bozo. You can buy a musical instrument, you can have all the gear that you want, but you can't buy music. You gotta want it, you gotta desire it, you gotta really love it, and spend enough time with it.